A Church Slavonic Primer by Alexander Brooks. Lesson 7. In Lesson 5, we covered the phrase "I duchovi tvojemu," which both in English and in Church Slavonic has only one different word than the first phrase from the current lesson, which is "I so duchom tvojim." This phrase is heard toward the beginning of the anaphora. At first glance, it may not seem like some of these words are the same. However, I think you should at least be starting to be able to recognize that they have the same root, but simply different inflections. This phrase is also a great example of how prepositions govern the words that follow after them. One of the wonders of inflection is that prepositions and other such words, which are so important in English, are not always necessary, and sometimes it is even incorrect to insert such words in certain places where we think that they should belong. This is also why it is often so amusing and confusing to hear certain Slavic speakers speak in English. For instance, you probably had a laugh the last time your Russian friend came to your birthday party and exclaimed, "Me bring present you to birthday." Today's phrase, however, is an instance wherein the preposition is always necessary, and it is our first introduction to the instrumental case. This case has a number of different uses, but today's phrase is an example of its probably most common usage in the meaning of with, which is s or so. A widespread way to remember the idea behind this case is using an instrument or tool to, for instance, open a can of your favorite fish. That is, you open the can with the instrument. In the singular, as in today's phrase, the instrumental masculine hard-stemmed noun ending, that is, for duch, is om. So duch becomes duchem. And the instrumental masculine second-person personal pronoun ending, that is, for tvoi, is im. You should note the stress change in tvoi when it is in the instrumental case, that is, from tvoi to tvojim. These will be the instrumental endings in certain singular masculine and neuter words. Again, we will get to endings for feminine and plural, as well as more masculine and neuter when they come up in further phrases. The other phrase in today's lesson, Padai Gospodi, which is used in the litany for the departed and again in the litanies of supplication or oblation, is the last of the short refrains in the liturgy, and it has only one new word in it, which is podai, that means grant or give. According to its translation, you have probably already recognized that this is a verb in the imperative mood, and you can see that the final letter even matches up with that in pomiloi. The full ending in padai, ai, is a very common ending for the imperative. The final word and phrase for this lesson is our familiar Gospodi. You can find a PDF transcription of this lesson and links to audio for listening practice on my website at russianmanner.com.